Lorefice, and I am on a mission here on global and social change for women with my beautiful, splendid sister here. Thank you so much for the book.
You're welcome.
And I flicked through it. I only got it yesterday. And it's an amazing book.
Thank you.
And it's on my coffee table, and I plan to have it in my center.
Okay.
In my healing center for women. So I think this is one kind of a book. Do you want to tell me how it started and the idea behind it?
Sure. Well, it all started from me recognizing what I wanted to do. I moved here from Cleveland, Ohio in 2007, and I wanted to pursue film and print modeling and things of that nature. And from there, I retired from Bank of America after 13 years.
Wow.
And was able to transition into my career. But before then, the raising awareness on domestic violence started from me going to attending acting school. I needed a demo reel, and the director at the time said, "Do you want to write something, or should I write something?" And I said, let me write something, because it'll come from me.
Yeah.
I can remember it. I think, I'd be more attached to it, and let me just put myself into it. So I wrote about my experience with my ex-husband. And the first short, it was a short film, but I was used for my demo reel. And the name of it was Better But Not Broken, and it just basically told my life story as what I went through with domestic violence. And from there, I got a lot of feedback on it, positive feedback, and people were like, well, we want to see the rest of it, and this is great, and that really helped me. So I started raising awareness and on my website and putting different things up there. But then one day I said, I want to write a book.
Wonderful. And here it is born.
And it's born in 2014. I started writing the book, and I have a strong belief is that all of us individuals, we need to use up every gift, every talent that God has given to us.
Yes.
When we die, or when I die, I personally want to die on E. I want to use up every gift. So everything that He has given to me, I want to give it back to others.
Wonderful.
And from that, I started writing the book in 2014. It was a 3-year journey.
Amazing.
A lot of sacrifices.
Yeah.
Just to, in a nutshell, from having my car go on to repossession lot and having going to the auction. Yes, and moving in with my mom, and not being able to, I didn't work. So, I worked just enough to get money to take care of the book, but as far as a regular 8-to-5 job, I didn't, I retired in 2013. So it's a lot of sacrifices, a lot of love and sweat and that went into this, and the people on my journey that God placed in my life, phenomenal people that gave me the support that I needed.
Yes, and I really relate to that. With my journey also, I find that God has been there all the way.
Absolutely.
And so I wanted to ask you, what do you think is at the core of this social problem of domestic violence? What's the core issue there, you feel? I
believe there's several core issues. One of them being that as a society, we don't put God at the forefront of our lives. That's the main one.
So we put man, right?
We put man, we put things, what we want.
Right.
And that's it. I think if we go back to that basic and identifying that He is Almighty, He is Creator, and that nothing, we can't do anything without Him.
Right.
Consider it a relationship.
Right.
Identifying who a person is, going to the Creator who knows all, who has created all.
Right.
Who is this person? So just identifying who the person is. Myself, I've been in that same boat. I have learned from this, and as I have gone on my journey, I've learned to seek God for everything, and that being one of them. Who is this person? Why are they here? When I was a kid, my mom, I grew up in a single family home, I always wanted to be married. So that's what I went after.
Yes.
Not knowing who I was, not knowing who the individual was. being solely focused on being married. That's just my story, but there are millions and millions of other stories out there. Well, I wanted him because he was cute, or she was really cute, or she was really good, or it goes on. I thought the time was right. I really needed somebody, but really identifying who that person is and who you are. You cannot show up to a table empty-handed.
No, it's important for women to come already healed, whole, and
yeah, but everyone can't appear whole. But I believe that we need to take time for ourselves.
Yes.
We need to take time. We need to know who we are. What can we do? Yes, we can show up and we can look pretty. We can put on makeup and high heels and all those great things. But what's on the inside?
What's inside, right?
Yeah. What's your heart like?
Right.
Yes. What is your spirit like? How do you interact with others, and what do you do for society?
Yes.
It goes a lot deeper than just the surface.
A lot deeper, yes. And I really, what you're saying makes a lot of sense to me, because I also am a believer that women invest so much energy into relationships, finding a man, being with a man, maintaining a relationship, finding a boyfriend.
He has that, and well, well, what do you have?
Right. We go into relationship almost empty-handed, and we expect the man to fill that void, but the void cannot be filled.
No, you can. No one can fill another person's void.
Right.
No.
Yeah. And I feel that almost like when two men and women meet, what's really going on is that it's like, you better make me happy or else.
Right.
That's the subconscious.
Right.
This is what's going on. So so what you're saying, I really understand, and I was in the same position. I wanted marriage, and so many women that I've come across, their whole purpose in life,
Marriage.
Oh my God! Like as if there's nothing else.
Right.
There's a whole world, universe outside marriage.
Right. Exactly.
So So I wanted to ask you, what does marriage mean to you?
For me, marriage is your soulmate. And I always pray for when I was conceived in my mother's womb. Whoever is for me, let me see that person. Let me know who that person. Let that person be my husband. And then they were conceived at the same time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's probably making sense, but I want to know who that person is.
Yeah, your soulmate.
My soulmate.
Your soulmate.
And that's very important, because you find that when you try to do or have a marriage work, you're trying so hard because you guys have so many differences.
Yeah.
And you're trying so hard to fulfill those differences, and they're just you're not for that person. You're just opposite.
Yes.
But it's too late when you go in there and when you get married. I think that's a part of it. I mean, it's a beautiful ceremony. It's a beautiful, but it's even more spectacular when you know that person on the other side.
Yes.
That you're getting ready to say I do too.
Right.
That is your soulmate.
Yes.
But I do believe that plays a part in society. The style, the wedding, the dress, and the whole 9 yards. It's a beautiful thing, and I cannot deny I love that, and I wanted that as a woman. But I know that finding that right person is precious, and it's a veil, a dress, a ring.
Right.
It doesn't matter.
No.
You're spending your life with that person who you really love.
Right.
And they love you, and the both of you have a relationship with God, the Creator first. That's your foundation.
Yes, God. Right. And to you, what does it mean to love? What's the meaning of real love to you?
Unconditional.
Unconditional love.
Unconditional.
Yeah. And how does it look like, unconditional love, to you?
It looks like unconditional whatever happens to you, whatever
Yeah.
you go through,
Yeah.
you support, you love. I mean, you go all the way with that person.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's what it looks like to me.
Yeah. How do you feel media and the sex industry portrays the image of women today?
I think it portrays it in a very negative connotation. I know that beauty sells, sex sells,
Mm-hmm.
and you know, in the entertainment industry, I get the concept art, but it's to a point you have to do it tastefully and respectfully,
Mm-hmm.
and you have to be cognizant of what you portray.
Mm. And how does, the fact that women are often seen as object of pleasure in media and generally, by men, how does that influence domestic violence? Do you think that leads to domestic violence?
In a way, I mean, not the actual violence itself,
Mm.
but it leads to premature relationships.
Right.
Becoming involved with someone just based off how they look or how they make you feel.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So indirectly, yes.
Yes, yes. My thinking around women being seen as object of pleasure today is that when we do that, actually we lose our power,
We do.
right?
We do.
Because we are invested on becoming an object, invested in worrying how we look, and then Prince Charming comes along and he can sense and smell our insecurities, and there you go, he pulls us right into that abuse. What are your thoughts about that?
The physical abuse, no, but leading up to it.
Right.
Like I said before,
Mm.
showing up with the representative showing up,
Right.
not really actually knowing who
Who you
that
are.
person is, covered in makeup,
Right.
used as a sex object,
Yeah.
nice beautiful shape,
Mm.
big this,
Right.
big that, attractive this,
Right.
attractive that. Okay,
Right.
wow, and that gives an illusion to the women that do that they have that power, but that's no power.
No power.
That's no power at all, because you're being looked upon as an object, as a tool,
Exactly.
and not really getting a chance to know what is in here
Right. Yes.
and what's in here.
Yes. So if we strip ourselves from those, physicalities, if we let go of our need to be a sex object or be an object of pleasure, what is beyond that? What's our real power as women?
Our real power is women. I mean, we're strong creatures. God has really created us to be very powerful. If we use our minds, if we use our love that's in our hearts, I mean, and if we band together, we can do so much.
Wow. I think that's the key, isn't it? To create that sisterhood, to create a movement of women, a global movement of women that really support each other.
Right, and no cat fights.
No, right?
No cat fights. No this, and
Right?
she thinks just the core.
Yeah.
Who are you?
Who are you? Right.
We in our lives have maybe not traveled down the same path, but we have a lot of similarities.
We do.
And if we just join together and have love
Yeah.
and support each other
Yes.
and share, I mean, we have so much power.
So much. Yes. Yes. We don't use it enough.
No, we
We
don't.
don't use
And
it
then
enough.
on top of that, our talents, Our
Ooh,
gifts?
Wow.
Oh, that's a lethal weapon.
Yeah. It is, right?
That's a lethal weapon.
Yeah. So, if I may add to what you're saying,
Mhm.
is that if we as women really acknowledge each other and love each other, and instead of calling each other bitches and gossiping behind each other's back, but instead work with each other
Right.
and support each other, collaborate,
Exactly.
and come from a place of total sisterhood. Because what would happen really if we do that, if we stick together this way as powerful human beings? How would men react if I say to you, you're an amazing woman and I love your eyes, you have such beautiful eyes and a beautiful smile, and I just love who you are and the work that you do, and I feel you're gonna go far, and if there's anything I can do, I wanna do it for you. How would men see this exchange? How would the world react if all women would relate like this?
First, I believe it would be, it's powerful, it's love, and I believe that men, they wouldn't know how to deal with it. I mean, us as a society, we're so used to tearing each other down that that's become the norm.
Yeah.
So if we took the time to band together and really just show genuine love, we can really change the society that we live in.
Yes, we can. I totally agree to that. And I think if we do that, and I don't want to say if, actually, I want to say when we do that, it'll probably make men a little shaky at first, a little bit insecure. But then I think when men witness that power between women and that sisterhood, that they will go,
because love begets love.
yes, and they will also, we free them like that.
Exactly, that's the communication.
Right.
And that's the missing link between the men, I believe, the men and the women, to be able to communicate in love.
In love.
And not anything else, anything physical. Just souls.
Right.
Communicating. Sharing.
Yes. How beautiful.
That is beautiful.
And so in line with that, I just want to offer something.
Okay.
The celebration of our time together as splendid sisters, I want to give you this tree, and trees are very dear to me because to me trees represent the tree of life, right? And the interconnectedness.
Interconnectedness, right?
Right, you got me. Thank you. Of all humans and all creatures, really.
Wow.
And also, to me, the trunk represents the strength that we women have, and we can go through storms, but trunks are strong.
Exactly.
I mean, they may bend, trees may even die during a storm, but generally they're strong.
Exactly.
And the branches, because they bear fruits and flowers, and we extend way up into the sky and grow towards the light.
Yes.
And then the roots, to me, represent our deepest knowing and our intuition, our wisdom. And so that is why I chose the tree of life. And I hope you can take care of it.
I will. Thank you so much. This is so beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you.
Mother's favorite child in the building.
And I think your book rocks.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
And I am Jones.